Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I want to talk about the breaking news that Jiri, I'm probably going to butcher his last name, Prochazka, is going up against Alex Pereira. This is going to be for the vacant lightweight title bout, right? Jamal Hill obviously got injured, no longer the champion, so now this is going to determine who it is going to be. This is going to be a crazy, crazy fight. These two fighters are ultimately kind of at the top of their division. Alexander recently switching over to this weight class, but he looks really natural in it. In his previous fight against Jan, he looked really, really good. So this is going to be a really interesting fight. I do want to talk about some of the stats of some of these fighters and kind of that matchup, and then just like my opinion. So if we look at Jiri, obviously his last fight that he had went up against Glover. That was obviously before the injury that we found out. Won by rear naked choke, right? So he's obviously been on a win streak, taking down guys like Dominic Reyes, Volkan. So it's insane. Some of his stats are like significant strikes. So he's landed 5.77 strikes per minute, and those are all significant, right? His takedown accuracy is 100%, which is kind of crazy if you think about that. His defense is around 68%, but to be honest, I don't think we've really seen Alex Pereira be someone who like takes people down pretty often. So he's standing at 6'3", 205 pounds. He has a reach of 80 inches, which is insane. So obviously, big dude, big dude. His record currently right now is 29-3 with one draw. So he is a great fighter. Now, my opinion of him, he's very unpredictable. He has many different styles. I feel like, he incorporates a lot of elbows, pretty similar to John Jones. Just one of those fighters that like you don't know what is going to happen, and that unpredictability can be really hard to read, especially when it gets you up against the cage, and we've seen that. I mean, in order to beat guys like Dominic Reyes, Volkan, Glover, you have to be a very unique kind of fighter, right? Those are very three different styles of fighting, and for him to do that definitely shows the type of fighter that he is. And I'm hoping that with the whole injury, with the recovery, he's going to be fine. He's going to be okay. But I'm just really hoping, nothing really changes for him moving forward. So now to my guy, Alex Pereira, the guy whose face never changes, is always the same. Alex Pereira has a pretty interesting career, 8-2 in the UFC, but he has been a kickboxer for a long time. But man, some great stats, right? So he took down now the newly reigned champ, Sean Strickland. He's fought Bruno Silva, obviously beat Israel Adesanya, lost after, and then beat Jan. So man, some really big names and in some pretty dominant fashion. Obviously KO'd Sean Strickland within the first round. Beat Izzy in the 5th round. Went to decision with Jan, but won it pretty openly, I feel like. He's standing at 6'4", so has like 4 inches on Jiri, 205 pounds, 79-inch reach, so pretty similar in terms of height. So his takedown defense is around 70%. His takedown accuracy is 100, but again, that doesn't really mean a lot because it kind of depends on like how many takedowns they actually do. He is a very good striker, so pretty much he is around Jiri when it comes to significant strikes per minute, around 5. His strike accuracy, and that's like significant strikes, is 62%. So like 1 out of 2, he's throwing a pretty big hit, which is kind of crazy. However, he does absorb 3.7 significant strikes per minute. So that's going to be interesting. I think Jiri is going to throw a lot of different things at him. He's going to take it, but I think that's going to be pretty interesting. So he has a record of 8-2, so definitely pretty different. But again, Alex Pereira has been a kickboxer for a long time. So what do I think is going to happen in this fight? Personally, I think Alex Pereira is one of those fighters that is really strong in terms of his stand-up game and his striking. We've seen that left hand, we've seen those kicks. I think that's going to be, honestly, somewhat of a challenge for Jiri. I think this type of striking, I don't think Jiri has actually faced yet. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see like how Jiri reacts to a lot of this, typical kind of stand-up in terms of kickboxing, the low leg kicks, the high leg kicks, the clean, significant strikes, the left hand, the jab, the uppercuts. That's going to be interesting. Now, in terms of Alex Pereira, you're going to go up against a guy who's very unpredictable, very fast, young. I think there's like a 5-year age difference, so Yuri's obviously the younger fighter. And, obviously Jiri wants to come back, get a win. This is against arguably probably like the top guy in the division besides Jiri right now. So it's going to be very interesting. I think this is going to be, honestly, a fight that ends in a KO. I don't think this is going to go 5 rounds, in my opinion. I think someone is going to get knocked out. Now, who am I predicting to win this fight? I'm honestly going to say I think Alex Pereira is going to win this fight. The reason why I think he's going to win this fight, I think he just has so much experience. I think he has already had a fight in this division. I think he's just naturally one of these larger guys. I think he just has a really good way of reading fighters. And I know that I just talked about the unpredictability, but I think Alex Pereira is really good at reading fighters. And obviously with the loss from Izzy, that was just, unfortunately he was winning the whole fight. Got unlucky, but I think if I had to put money down, I think Alex Pereira is going to win this fight. I do think that whenever fighters come back from an injury, it can be very tough. It can be, hard. Who knows if that shoulder is going to get hurt again, going to get torn during the fight. We just don't know. I think Alex Pereira is a very durable person, hasn't had any injuries, so I'm looking forward to see this fight pretty soon. I think it's going to be crazy, and I cannot wait for it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.